There's a first edition. That's one of Iris Murdoch's books, which is much less well known. Now over here, I mentioned earlier, we have this splendid life of David Garrick, the great actor. And immediately behind it we've got an encyclopedia of science fiction, which is long out of print, very useful to anybody who's got an interest in science fiction. We come round here at the back, and there's that great, probably our greatest travel writer, Eric Newby, The Great Ascents, which is all about climbing. And equally here we've got a signed copy with a little original sketch in it, as a matter of fact, by Ashley Jackson, who is one of the best watercolourists, all about the North York Moors. And they are splendid colour pictures. That would be a lovely Christmas present, I would feel. There we got this wonderful edition of Perrault's Fairy Tales. I'll show you a picture from these. These are by that great artist of the 19th and 20th, Edmund Dulac, who is probably the greatest of them all as far as these are concerned. Let me find the picture. There we are. But he looks as if he's going to have a bad time, doesn't he? That's Bluebeard. One more book with beautiful illustrations. This is a classic of literature, a play by James Elroy Flecker called Hassan, which is a wonderful story from the Arabian Nights turned into a play with equally beautiful illustrations. That's the hero and heroine, Yasmin, Salim. I'm afraid they meet a tragic fate.
So, Trevor, we've just had a little look at your Serendipity table. Would you just like to say a few words what that's all about?
Well, yes. The word serendipity, which has got used quite a bit recently, was invented, we think, by Horace Walpole, who used it because he wrote a fairy story, really, about the island of Serendip, in which the two princes, who were the heroes of the tale, went around having lucky dips, we might say, finding things. They had this knack, and the knack is called serendipity, of happy discoveries. Now, the idea of our serendipity table is for customers of Oxfam Books to find books which are happy discoveries for them, ones they'll want to take. And the underlying notion is that it's a very mixed bag of books, all sorts of books, books of every description, no particular subject. But the idea is to help people perhaps looking for gifts, people with out-of-the-way interests, like, say, beekeeping or bell ringing, people who would like to look for first editions, of which we get a sprinkling. Someone like Iris Murdoch, for instance, might appear in a first edition. We usually think that we can keep our prices significantly below what they would be likely to pay in other bookshops, because of course all our stock is given to us. But to somebody not used to books, coming into the Oxfam bookshop here, maybe, although we try to sort them and put them in categories so that it's fairly easy to look around, there may be such a lot there that they're a bit stuck. Supposing you wanted a book for Christmas, for instance, you could come and look all round everywhere, but you also might like to look for suitable gifts on our table, because it has all sorts of things that you might well like to give people for Christmas. There are all kinds of books there which different people may find interesting, and we hope, as we say on our notice, you will have some happy times serendipping here.